What an intro. It's like, oh man. What an intro. Let me tell you how frantically I was jumping on. It's crazy. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thanks for the question I posed to help me make my decision. Looking forward to it. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Paul asked me the question about that. All right. I think we'll do everybody. That's good. Mm, mm. All right. There's just two of us, one on one.
I know. So much pressure.
No, there's no pressure. This is all for fun, man. All for fun. All for fun. Hey, Guy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. I said, what's it? Yeah. All right. Let's talk it. Time step it? Yeah. I think the lights, everything's good. Dogs are away. I was like, take the dogs in there. Yeah. All right. So, hello, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? My name is Paige. Welcome to episode 97 of the Hangout, where we give you positive insight to a world of collecting a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I am joined by one of the Corys. The other one decided he wanted to fling some balls around tonight. So you will be missed. Hi, Cory.
Big Earn. He was hanging out with Big Earn tonight.
Yeah, Big Earn. Dude, that movie is hilarious, man.
That's
I
the
never
best
get tired of it.
Never gets old.
Staple of the show, we have MC here tonight, Micheal Cory, Mr. AKA Rumble 112 Photos. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Busy day. Lots of good stuff, though. Lots of good stuff. So tonight's episode is properly titled God Mode. Hopefully nobody gets offended by that. I'm sure somebody will.
Always.
Yeah, not a religious place, just the subject matter that we have for tonight. So before we get started with that, I told myself what I would do is instead of saying highlights and stuff, we'll just do different questions because they're trying to get to know us, build a rapport, trust, and everything, right? All right, question. Best thing you watched this week? Go.
Ooh.
People in the chat too. Best thing you watched this week?
I've been watching this documentary series called Trafficked on Hulu.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh man, that is so good. Different topic every episode. Like that lady has all the balls in the world. She gives like she's in with the cartel and interviewing and just it's just amazing. Such a great series. You don't have to watch it chronologically. You can just pick up like any episode you find interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know what I liked about it? I was watching some of it, and it's got great subject matter. But the funny thing is like she'll hit that point where nobody gets a chance to talk to the drug cartel. And then she's like, and then I found somebody that said we can talk to the drug cartel.
Yes.
And I was like, holy shit. And then there's that part where she's in there and the guy's like joking. I don't know if you saw that episode. He's like a drug guy, or no, they're doing the lottery scam stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, you have some nice camera equipment. And she's like, are we gonna get fucking robbed? Or,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even make it to 7 minutes.
You didn't even make 5 minutes, dude.
I didn't. Yeah, it's this why this channel
that's
never.
When they were in like Haifa, Israel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
Yeah.
I really like the pimps episode was really good, like about like how they don't view themselves as sex traffickers. And then one dude, he's talking about how his girls are loyal, except one tried to run away, so he cut her at the bottom of her foot with a razor blade.
Yeah.
He's like, she don't go anywhere anymore. She still works for me. She's free to go.
So. Oh yeah, dude. She's got some balls, man. So I have mine.
Yeah.
So the most interesting thing I watched this week, Amazon Prime. Smile finally came. It's a horror movie.
Oh.
Talk about weird, man. Oof.
Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I I went into it kind of like, yeah, this is it'll just but the music, the
Hmm.
score that they used, oh God, it just gives you an uneasy feeling. You know those movies that they like Insidious, where they put music to it and it just kind of creates that mood.
Right. Flows well.
It Oh yeah, this creeps you out. And then there's just scenes. Whoever shot, I wanted to, I wanted to see who the DP for was, but whoever shot that movie was beautifully done. And
Is it
it's just the camera angles and all the in the scenes that they show. It's just really weird.
is it like graphic scary, or is it like spooky, like kind of suspenseful scary, or all the above? Like what kind? I mean, there's different types of horror films. Like how would you classify it?
I would say it's all of it in one. There's some
Really?
pretty gory stuff in it, not like hostile kind of gory, but there was a couple scenes I was like, oh my God, yuck. You know,
Yeah.
not to ruin it for anybody, but it's a good movie, and then I was sitting there through the whole movie, and that's what I liked about it. But I'm like sitting there thinking, how are they going to end this? What do you do to end it? And it ended pretty decently. I couldn't think of anything that you could do, but I thought it was a good movie. So that's a cool thing I watched this week. So,
I'll have to check it out then. I'll put it in the rotation.
yeah, it's definitely worth it. I don't try to recommend horror movies to friends because a lot of times people have just different tastes and
Mhm.
you know somebody that might like Heredity or The Witch, they won't like what I chose, something like that, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, that's some good stuff to watch if you get a chance. Watch the sex and drug trafficking, and then watch Smile. Isn't it on the same one or no? I forgot.
the
Is it?
the
No, that's on the. Which one is it? Is it on?
It's on Hulu.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling this up because I don't like to be organized. It just helps to add to the realism of the show. I've kind of accepted it. I really don't care anymore.
I like the new set. We're in
Oh, you do?
demo.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to be able to not only create a town but blow it up.
Yeah. I don't know
It's
who's funding this, but man, kudos to them for building these elaborate sets for us every week.
I think it's Taco Bell. I'm not used to two of us doing it,
I know it's
so
weird.
no high def, no. Yeah, but you'll see it sets in the back. So yeah, we built the town and then we destroyed it just for the show. So yeah, I spare no expense for the show. Yeah, see, Jarrell versus the world. He said it was
Smile,
kind of
smile.
wild. Yeah, I've been waiting for it to come on because I've been in this rut where I'm thinking I don't want to go see movies at theaters and stuff like that because some of them have kind of been just kind of like I'm glad I
Yeah, the
didn't pay for that.
experiences.
Yeah, so.
So you didn't see Ant-Man yet, right?
No, but I had a couple friends tell me to go see it, and I was like,
Yeah.
man, maybe I'll fold and I'll do it. So, all right, so so for top cons for tonight, I should just take down all these windows. But so a little bit of community, right? Community. Mm. Some news and notes, and then finally, we'll be able to send the dead horse to the glue factory. Tonight will be the last time that we talk about Toys Fair 23. We already had a little preview of this interesting things I found on the net, and the Bible tells me so. So all of this comes into play. Now you see it just isn't some kind of self-serving provocation of me saying that I'm God. Yeah. All
Lent.
right.
That's why.
Exactly. Yeah. So community. Let's start with this first. So refresh my memory, bro. I don't know. Did you order Batman 89? Did you say you did, or yeah, we joke about it so much that I don't know if you had. You
um,
said it's not your Batman.
it's not my Batman. That is correct.
Okay.
I have one inbound at some point.
Okay.
Kevin didn't
So
tell me when yet, but you know.
you and Kevin. I don't talk with Kevin anyway. So, of course, on the show, I like to pick little things out of the community to try to help and
Mhm.
kind of settle people's minds about certain things. And one of the things I saw this week, I don't know if you saw it. I'm pretty sure you did. We just pass that stuff around. So, um, I saw somebody say that they had an order for their '89 Batman, and it was completely missing from their account.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, completely gone. Um, and so they were just asking for some advice. So I was like, oh, let me check. So I went back and I looked at mine. I know we talked about this a couple of times too, but another reason why I keep those dates on there is because you can actually go back and you can look at the date that you pre-ordered,
Mm-hmm.
and that way it's easier for you to find in that queue list because it's almost like Hasbro Pulse. I don't know why they do that, but you have to look through each individual order to
Yeah.
find out which one it is unless you know the order number. So I usually just go by the pre-order date and I just scroll backwards. I
Yeah.
mean, I found that other way that you can do it now too, but it's a lot easier to do it that way. So when I went back and I looked, mine was fine, so it was there. But if you're having any problems with it, if your '89 Batman disappeared, just email customer service. Hopefully, you have the email that has your order number and just ask them, say, hey, what's the status? Because I think there was a glitch with that one too, where people were ordering them and they had like double and triple orders and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you check and you got the right account. And, excuse me, not right account, but the right amount that you ordered and everything too. So
Was there a limit on that? Was it 6?
yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I think it's six. I, what's funny is when you think about it, because it was a while back. You like sit there and I was looking at it too, and I go, man, you know what? It's funny that the price was that amount because you would think that now it wouldn't even be around that price most likely.
Right.
So yeah, $110, and it was I think it was six. Yeah, six per person.
So
So
it's Mezco inflation proof?
it doesn't work backwards. I know, like like there's
Yeah.
some of those. I remember when Conan came out and Death Dealer. I was like, man, that's a according to now, it's a little bit of a better deal if you think about
Right.
it, because the pricing hasn't changed that much. But
Mm-mm. No.
so I was gonna ask you if you had trouble, but you're ordering through Kevin, so
Yeah, Kevin. I just take him an envelope full of money.
wow.
You guys want to see that
Mm.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I didn't mean to jump the gun there, but we're talking about Kevin. So
Oh yeah, yeah. Kevin probably does hook you up, but that's true. So, but that was it for community. I don't know. Did you see anything interesting in the community?
a lot of good work from people again. Like people are. You, sir, are one of them. You had a hell of a shot this week, and Corey, the other Corey, we have failed to get our picture submitted yet.
The challenge.
It's yeah. I mean, I know he's throwing balls tonight, but work's been kind of crazy lately. But I don't know. I showed you some previews, so I'm almost ready to shoot.
Good man. Yeah, yeah. Just get in there, man. I'm guilty of it too. I suck at it. Like pinning myself down and getting a shot, but there's been a lot of people in the groups and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, just take shots and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, so inspiring all the work that people are putting out.
mhm,
Honestly, like just people are killing it.
yeah. This is a nice little highlight point for later too. I noticed that, how different it was '89 on display when it was at San Diego Comic Con, and it was
Hmm.
different what they showed from before. The body looks much better in the newer shots. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But yeah, a lot of people they haven't grasped onto that concept that when they show this stuff like this, or if they show something at a con, that doesn't mean that that's the actual final product. They're just trying to show you what it would look like. And a lot of
So
people go, yeah. You remember Thanos? I was talking to somebody about that today. They were saying, oh, that looks like the Ghost Rider thing. They go, it looks like they kind of tighten up the outfit. And I go, yeah. And they were going to like leave it baggy. You got to be able to put it on and stuff. And they was like, oh, yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but Thanos, his suit was very baggy too.
Uh-huh.
And then during the original solicitation, that head sculpt, I remember, oh God, they set the internet on fire with that thing. Everybody was like, oh my God. And then they switched it. And everybody's like, oh, if this is the head, it's fine. But they were doing like like a prototype. I think I have that
Yeah,
picture somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, when stuff comes out, maintain calm. It's okay.
I
It's
think that's what
probably
he
gonna look different.
talked about earlier. Like what commandment was it? Where Corey said, "Reserve judgment."
Commandments. They've
Reserve
gone
judgment.
from resolutions to commandments now.
Yeah. Well, it's a theme, right?
You know what? You're right. Good. Yeah,
Came down
good
from
one.
the mountain with the 12 Mezco commandments,
I have 15,
or
10,
15. Sorry.
10, 10 Mezco commandments.
Um,
Yeah, who's gosh. Moving along here. Look at this. News and notes. Yeah, that's what we're going to. Oh, I wanted to show this really quick. So I've updated this quite a few times, especially like last year. I figured people would probably do better with visuals than they do with like these long drawn out paragraphs and stuff that I write, 'cause
mhm.
it's a little bit easier to like digest. So this is the estimated release date calendar for the rest of the year. This will show you all this stuff so you can kind of prepare. Some of this stuff kind of overlaps. I'm not that great at putting this stuff up yet. So some of these dates kind of overlap with months and stuff like that. But this will kind of give you, it's broken down into 4 months. This will give you an idea of what's coming in each one of those blocks. Like I said, some of them slide, some left to the right, but at least you'll have an idea. This looks very scary.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, what did CC say? He said it was like $1,400 or something like that, or is that just what he spent?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. So, and some of this stuff, more than likely, it's going to get pushed back. But some of these stuff has been pushed back so much that I wouldn't doubt that we would see stuff. These come out like Freeze, Nautilus Crew. These have been pushed back. This stays pretty consistent.
Mhm.
Justice League. Some of these they've gotten pushed back quite a bit, and so they're bound to be able to really hit. So I think I posted this pretty much everywhere. I think if you went and took a leak at your local bar, it's probably there. But self promotion. So, what do you think about this? Is this scary to you?
It definitely makes me think the FedEx guy's gonna be busy.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, dude, this guy and this.
There's a lot of stuff there. It's
There it is, man.
hmm.
Remember, people are always saying more, more, more. I want more.
Mm-hmm. And now it's all, oh, give my wallet a break. Give my wallet a break.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
So it's All Star Weekend.
Still?
Crazy dunks. Yeah, I mean, evidently it is. So, according to this, so yeah, All Star Weekend. What was it? Damian Lillard. I think he won a 3-point contest. There was some guy. He was doing some crazy dunks. I was like, how in the hell did he do that? I love when they slow mo stuff down and you can actually see the dunk. Makes you appreciate it more. And then starting lineup, I guess they decided to slash their price here from $50 to $29.99.
Hmm.
Mm.
$20 off. That's
$30. But I was looking at this and they came down. I don't know because I didn't read the fine print. Let me see here. But I don't know if this includes the NFT stuff that they have from before.
hmm.
But they did go down quite a bit, and it's still actually still up for buy it now. So do you think this is like a do you
Hmm.
think this is a good compromise, or is this a good sweet spot, or would you want to see it go lower?
I guess see it go down a little bit, honestly. And the
Like how?
new Guardians of the Galaxy wave is $24.99, and you get a build a figure.
So they came down in the price?
Yeah, I thought I saw that it was
Mm,
$24.99. Let me double check.
I wonder, maybe they're listening. I don't know. I think they kind of see that a lot of people. There's been a lot of people being vocal about the price, but
Yeah, $24.99 for Guardians of the Galaxy wave.
yeah,
And then that new Groot is $38.99. So
yeah. When I saw this, I was wondering what they were gonna. I thought CC was gonna be on, so I know he's gonna be down for this. I kept thinking, is this gonna be a concern for the NFL starting lineup that they're gonna come out with?
hmm.
Because I mean, if you're pricing it like this, and I'd love to see them do more. You
Mm-hmm.
have more players, and then they would obviously with any line it gets better with time. So
Right.
maybe they could implement those things that we've talked about before. We won't rehash all that stuff, but I just wondered about this price point because Even if it went down to 25, is that something you'd be interested in if it did go down?
It'd be closer for me.
It would. You
Yeah,
cherry pick?
yeah, I'd probably cherry pick 2, maybe 3 of those guys.
What would lock you into the whole wave?
Let's see. I figured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It was 8. Yeah, I think 8.
Yeah. If they, it'd be cool if they did a bundle and threw in that hoop that I sent you earlier.
Oh yeah. Hello.
But that was an air ball for you. You weren't in on that, huh?
No, when I saw it, I have the McFarlane one, and then when I was looking at it, I said it's not going to really do me any good because I'm probably not going to get these. I really wanted to, dude. I mean, you saw I bought the whole wave, and I'm like,
Right.
but I don't know. I think I'll probably just pick up like maybe LeBron and Steph. I hope nobody hears me say that. And Channing Tatum or something, but
What would be your price for the wave? What would get you all in?
you know what? If they went to like 25, I would really consider probably buying a majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whole wave when it first came out, I think it cost what was it I spent? It was
Something.
wasn't yeah, $450 something dollars or something.
Yeah, that hit like with Nautilus did, didn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. So,
I feel bad. I mean, obviously we've talked about this, the long game. With some of these figure, we always buy these, especially Hasbro. Figures that come out right away, and then we wait a couple months, and they're like reduced down to nothing on Amazon.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know because these were exclusives, and I don't know how they're going to handle that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd like to see it thrive because I like the NBA, and I'd love to see if they did some retro characters. But
that would be.
what's your favorite scary movie?
All time? Oh,
It's a hard one.
yeah. I don't want to be cliche and say Exorcist, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's scary. Oh, so Roger Dodgers was the one that reached out to me and asked, and he was
Oh,
like, "So yeah, hey there, this order is currently processing." So yeah, see, just reach out to customer service, and they'll take care of what you need. So these figures will be by now this year too. Yeah, that's the thing. And things are rolling. Yeah, no, the NFL is more popular. Yeah, I can see that. I can see people saying, you know what, maybe the aesthetic works a little bit better. So chugging right along. Yo, Joe Jerk. This was very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think I have this.
and elusive.
Yes. I want to make sure that I put it up because, well, I mean, technically, I'm putting it up right there, right? There we go. Boom. This is your segment, sir. So, somebody hit me up like really late last night and they said, "Hey, man, did you see this?" And I go, "What is it?" And they showed uh, a guy in the community that actually got the 112 Collective Marvel Ghost Rider Hell Cycle set. One less bullet in the chamber for people to complain about, right? Hooray.
Yeah, that was a shocker yesterday when you sent me that link.
Yeah. So Yo Joe Jerk, he actually got it. He didn't specify where he got it from. He just had it, and I was just more happy the fact that somebody was actually going to show it. And it's funny because I think it happened kind of close to around now. I mean, around this time yesterday. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was hilarious to see this whole story unfold. I'm not talking about him. I'm just talking about the release or somebody previewing it to the initial reactions to where we are right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Premature Jack, you're complaining, boy. Us, gosh. So a little context. He got this. He decided to jump on and he showed her opening up and stuff. And these are just initial shots. And like I said, this is Joe Jerk. If you want, you can go to his YouTube channel. And he has 2 videos. The first one was the initial one. The second one we'll talk about here in a second. And thank you to him for doing this, because this was cool. He didn't have to do this. This is obviously came out very early, and like I said, he didn't say where he got it from. What do you think about the box art?
I like it. I know one thing he said was the box was very large. It reminded me of like watching him unbox it of the Commissioner Gordon box style. You know, like how it had like the foam insert and the
Yeah,
figure off to the side. But the box art's really amazing. Like that's really cool shot.
yeah. If anybody, if anybody knows who the artist is, he said he thought it was Clayton Green, but I don't know if it is or not. So if you know who the artist is, please let me know. I'll tell you offline. I think he might be coming to MegaCon, so you never know. Black Bolt and Lockjaw as well. Yeah, really cool and really brave. Definitely really brave. That's a lot of pressure. I don't care what anybody says to pump out a video real quick, let alone two. And the second video, he didn't have to do that. He could have just left it. But for him to say what he said, we'll get to it in a second. But he goes through and he kind of shows you everything. You got the batteries and everything. You got phone tray. He said this was a 3-tier tray because it has the accessories. Sorry about the photo images, but like I said, you want to see really high quality video. He did very well in capturing uh, the product in high video quality. Look at this, boom. He said there wasn't a lot of neck articulation. Uh, he just gave his quick thoughts, and then you had the hell cycle. He said it was very heavy. I love this right here. That looks so badass.
Uh-huh.
And as he was going through, he was talking about the flame effects, and then we got to this part right here. This is where the batteries are to actually uh, have the light up and sound feature. And initially, he said his did not work, and so somebody else put the video in the group. He came in and actually commented, kind of followed up on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just saw all of the things that we talked about before that would kind of like prevent some of this stuff from happening. People were like, "Oh, he got it. It's a piece of garbage, and
Yeah.
they charged all this money. It doesn't even work." And I'm just sitting there looking at this, and I'm going, "Oh, this is going to be good later."
The internet never forgets.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't. And I was like this, because I'm like Kang. I'm like, I'm seeing all this stuff, and I'm like, don't say nothing. Let this ride. And so he goes through and he does some height comparisons, and obviously it's taller than uh, Conan. That was a pretty tall figure, but you got your Joe, that, and then this is what you can really tell the
Yeah.
height wise, because
The
that thing is as tall as Dutch.
Black Series C3PO.
Yeah. Marvel Legends comparison, and then he got us sitting on the bike, and then the video ended, right? And then we're going through this as a timeline. So then you have all the people, oh, the light up feature doesn't work. This sucks. And it's just the same stuff over and over again. So later on today, uh, he, I guess, posted kind of like a retraction to all this. He's like, you know what? I was looking through this stuff, and again, he gets more specific. So please go watch his video.
Mm-hmm.
He said that there's hidden buttons, which I think is that's a pretty nice feature. They kind of did that with Dread, with the Lawmaster. I mean, they're there, but they're not as hidden as this. And he points out where the buttons are right there. I like that pose on Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry about the blurry picture, but this gives you an idea because he was moving the camera. I couldn't screenshot it right. But he shows you, this was one of the things he said, it would have been cool if this lit up. But he shows all the light up features. It does have sound. That's what it looks like on there. He said there's a button on the other side as well. In that panel that I showed you guys earlier, that's where the battery and the switch turns on. And there it is in all its glory. Right? So, thoughts. What do you think about all this?
I can't wait.
Huh.
I'm very excited. I think this looks so good. So I'm really excited. This is a release I've been waiting for a while.
Yeah.
Plus, it's going to lead to more. I mean, Mezco's making a motorcycle. What's their next 12 scale vehicle? 112 scale.
I don't know. They've had that. Batmobile, but as he said, that was going to be in the garage for quite some time. So,
Mm-hmm.
and this took a while to put out too.
Yeah.
I can imagine it's not this cycle. I remember seeing this in 2019, and I saw it and I thought it looked good, but I have to go back through my pictures because it has been a while. But it
Mm-hmm.
looks like they did some different stuff with this too. I thought the other one looked good too, but when all this stuff was happening, I just kept thinking to myself, I was like, you know what, this is what we talked about before, about waiting until you get stuff in hand. I know this person had it in hand, but waiting till you get the photos because I think people are really quick to jump on this stuff.
Right.
This guy's video hadn't even hit 400 or 500 views, and people are already jumping on it. And then, like I said, it it goes in credit to this guy for doing this because, dude, that's a lot of pressure. I don't care what anybody says,
Yeah.
And then to put out a second video to go over some of the things that he missed and then the mistakes that he thought that he had made during the video. I think that was really admirable because he didn't have to. He could have just let this fire burn, pun
Yeah.
intended, but he didn't. So I thought that was really cool that he shared and then he did the correction. But then, dude, it just goes, man. And I don't know how many times like we say this all the time, but it's the same movie over and over again. Everybody knows the ending, but they keep expecting a different result. You know what I mean? It's like just wait till you like get it in the hand, or wait till you have a collection of people that can show you different parts of it because by his own admission he doesn't have a lot of experience with Mezco, but then also it's not his favorite line, so you're not going
Yeah.
to hear a lot of the things you know that we would look for as Mezco collectors. That's not knocking him. I'm just saying that you know everybody's going to give you a different opinion.
Yeah.
And try
And I
not to
think
like blast it right off the bat.
I almost wonder if some of that's just jealousy, honestly. So let's tear it down.
Yeah.
It's sad, but I don't know. I mean, I appreciate him sharing it, like getting a little teaser of what's to come in the mail soon. So
Yeah. You know what I'm wondering? Like, if you would have got this, how do you think you would have approached it? It'd be like,
if I were one to get it,
yeah,
honestly, I mean, no bullshit. I would come to you and say, hey, you need. I would have I'd have you take a peek at it first, honestly, and do your breakdown with it, honestly.
no, I mean, it's just far as like, I just can't imagine the amount of pressure you have. Because
Oh,
remember, this isn't,
that's why I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm not
yeah,
that person.
yeah,
And it's that, and not that I care if anybody shits on me or complains or anything like that. I don't give a shit.
yeah,
We're past 14 minutes, right? Okay.
yeah,
But I I would want it presented in a better light. I mean, I can take a picture, I know, obviously I know I can take photos, but to present like a video package, that's just not my forte. And I'd rather someone like you throw that out there. So,
oh, this guy.
oh, jeez, get out of here. Don't let anybody in here
I know, right?
stealing the
No,
Wi-Fi.
he, like I said, like a lot of credit, and I'm not talking about somebody that's an actual content creator. They're used to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've done it before, and I didn't feel pressure, but I think I was more happy that I had the opportunity, and I just wanted to showcase it. I I think that there's different tiers. Like there's these top tier creators. There's
Mhm.
some average, that they do it every once in a while, and then there's brand new guys. And I just think that that's a lot of pressure for a brand new guy. So man, that's why I tip my hat to him because I think he just created this channel and he just put this up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think this. I mean, I could be entirely wrong, but I don't think this was handed to him for the purpose of releasing a video.
Yeah, he was very
No
and
non-disclosure involved in this.
right. And rightfully so. I mean, if he, like I said, I look at it more as like, man, I'm glad we got a chance to be able to see this. You know,
Of
that's
course,
why.
that's
But I don't
experience.
know if this was, I don't know if this was how he got this, or because when he was asked, he kind of avoided the question. So that probably means that there was, he may have gotten it a way that he didn't want, and that's fine. But I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he had a lot of stuff going on too. So,
like those, like CC was talking about the leaked photos from China from the factory.
hmm
Somebody got a hold of it. And,
yeah. So, man, but again, yeah. Credit to him.
Mhm.
Special thank you to him for showing us that because he could have just sat on this and not said a word. And I hope that people realize that he did the community a service by showing us this because this could be something that kind of helps people make a decision to either look for this or say, you know what, no, I don't know if this is going to be worth what I want to put into it. So
they're still available. I think Entertainment Earth. I think I saw the other day still has it up.
and it's
I saw
good.
Go
Yeah.
Group. Some of the independent seller, like the smaller retailers, they have it still. Probably find it on BBTS, but still,
Yeah.
there's
Mm,
opportunity still, which is rare this late.
yeah. I think this kind of falls under one of those. It's taken a while for this to come out, and so it allows you to be able to maybe pick up some of those ones from people that are like, I don't, I don't. I've waited so long, I don't have the interest for it anymore,
Right.
or it's like they saw the video, it's just too much, and they don't want to do it. So,
Done collecting different things.
yeah. Did you got this or no?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right, here we go. Let's breeze through this. So there was a gray cloud. Just kidding. Week 3, days 1, 2, 3. We'll zoom through this really quick. But before we start, quick question for you.
Mhm.
How did you feel about this 3 week kind of I don't know how to say it. This 3 week kind of stretch out of the event. Do you think that
Honestly,
they could have maybe done it in 1 week, 2 weeks, or did you like
yes.
this?
I prefer 1 week. I just felt like too pressured to pay attention to my phone more than usual lately, and it's just been a really busy few weeks for me at work. So maybe it was the timing that kind of threw me off a little bit. But I prefer like like the previous where we got like 4 days or whatever. The reveal, then the pre-order day, then 2 days of reveal or whatever it is. I like that better.
So you would rather they kind of condense it down to 1 week, or
Yes.
okay?
How about you?
Uh, I I get why they did it.
Hmm.
I did this. I don't mind seeing all of this stuff. They could do something every week for all I care. But I like it, because I like the content. I like being able to see this kind of stuff, and you have this. It was a nice little carryover excitement for each week.
Hmm.
But I get they did it to appeal to their whole customer base.
Yeah.
We're all 112 collectors, so we kept thinking, and they did kind of spoil us. You got something. You got 2 things today, but you did get something. So, and the other lines, they didn't really get a lot, 1 or 2 releases. But uh, I remember the previous year there was a lot of reveals, like a lot of reveals,
Hmm.
and I don't know if maybe that's because of the production problems that they're running into right now with the factories and everything else that's going on, and you just don't have samples to show. Uh, but I think a lot of people probably thought that they were going to get more reveals, and over time, I guess people were like, ah. I remember last year was like I was really blown away. Today really blew me away. I think today was probably my favorite day.
Little surprise there at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, well, I was wondering what you thought. I get maybe people would think that it could probably be condensed, so I was just trying to think. So we had a quick preview, stop motion, Godzilla 54. So they showed not the black and white one, but they showed a version of this figure. Wow, that's different because it says it's 14, but it says 12 in the advertisement.
Mm.
So when I first saw the black and white, I was like, oh, this is it. But then when I looked, it looked like in the color. So obviously, we get a black and white. Most likely, this will be the color version because I don't think are those eyes different than the 54, right? The other eyes are kind of googly, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
So this version, it looks like it might be a different one. Let's zoom in on the placard. There you go. So this will be another version that we're gonna get because it says the king of all monsters, and that's under their banner. So that'll probably be the next one. I thought it was cool because you can kind of see scale wise a little bit
Oh.
how it'll be towards a 6-inch figure.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Again, never fails, does it? Every time. And so the next day they had that up for pre-order. And this is their new Kaiju Collective. Quick thoughts. What do you think?
Um, I did not order it honestly, but I appreciate it. I like the little accessories he has. You know, like the train that you see there, the little airplanes, the artillery shells, and the buildings, like kind of a little makeshift diorama.
Yeah.
Uh, it's not for me, but I appreciate it. Like I think it's good, and they're pushing that seamless body more, so that leads to more for us. You know, I mean, the more they're using the tech, the better they're going to get at it. So that's how I think. You know, like the more they practice, the better it gets. So,
Yeah.
did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
I,
Yeah. It's
no,
like
I
a
know you're a
starting
fan.
point.
I know you're a fan
Yeah.
also. So, and you do the 5 points and everything more than. But yeah,
Yeah. When I saw this, I thought it was cool. I have the Kong, the other one.
okay,
And so when I got this, I was thinking this will go great with Kong. And
yeah,
then I'm a sucker for black and white stuff, man. I personally like it a lot. And so when I saw that, I thought it was pretty cool. And then there's all these like little accessories. I know that it's all gonna be, monochromatic. You're not gonna be able to. I wanted to look at his eyes. I think that's a different one, man. I could swear that's a different one. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be cool. And then the point you made about the seamless body, I keep saying this, man. I'm telling you, I think that's where they're gonna be going with all of this.
hmm
I really think that I know that people are kind of on the fringe about because they've seen stuff with Alien and people don't know what's gonna happen with this Batman, and so they're kind of wondering. But just like you said, it seems like they're pretty committed, and that's probably the reason why it took so long to actually produce this tech because it's an investment for the future for them. I think
hmm
that they're going to be implementing this on quite a few figures in the future, which isn't a bad thing. You get rid
No,
of those joints that people complain about pinch marking on clothes and stuff like that. That's eliminated because it's seamless body now. You don't have that kind of stuff anymore.
like if you had
Yes.
a, I think it
Mhm.
was like like Conan, like you wouldn't see the joint bends like that. You know, if it's a seamless body, if you want
Mhm.
that, if you want to get that level of detail from a in a shot as well, or as a collector even. So I think they're going to push it a lot, especially characters that have more bare skin, like a Wonder Woman or something like that with more skin showing
Mhm.
joints.
And I get people being apprehensive about it, but just like you said, I think once they once they see some of these things that are going through the community, like the feedback about how the mold got injected into the skeletal part, and
Hmm.
that's what's causing those kind of like bin, kind of bin snaps or bin, where it stays there. I think that they'll just fine tune that stuff. I don't think that they've put out a figure and then it stayed bad for a while. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They have,
They
yeah,
adapt and improve.
yeah, you have to. And
Mhm.
so, especially if they're going to invest that kind of money into this line and into this technology, I can see them just committing to it. 'Cause like you said, they can do it with females, they can do it with bare skin, and then you have a wider range of stuff. I don't know how that translates to like body. You know how they talk about the bodies and how some of those body molds are like six figures.
Hmm.
You would be you would be paying for what the plastic mold, right? So like with that mold, you can pretty much change body types. So maybe it's a little bit easier. Maybe it's easier for them to like push up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just see them doing that.
How deep into this kaiju line do you think they're going to go?
uh, I would think if they're going to put this kind of effort into the materials, and they can keep reproducing it and changing certain things, because I was talking to Minnie's and she was telling me all the different year versions they have.
Hmm.
So you could pretty much keep going with this, right?
Right.
You could just keep showing. So I wouldn't doubt that it isn't something that they just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think we'll get like a Mothra or something eventually in this kaiju line as well?
Yeah, I think that you'll get kind of an enemy,
Hmm.
because you can't just keep pushing out Godzillas. You got to have them go against something, and they've done a pretty good job. It's the Final Wars Godzilla. Yeah, sorry about this. Um, but yeah, I think they're gonna really push into this and see what they can get out of it. I still think that they're gonna have female bodies, like you said on there. So, a little distracted,
Featuring.
but yeah. And I'll be honest with you, when I first saw this, I saw the price point. I think it was like what 140,
I think it's a
and
great price point, honestly, and I'm not buying it. But
yeah, when I saw it, I was a little taken back.
yeah, I think we were talking about that earlier too, weren't we? Like where we figured it would come in at if they did something like this.
Yeah, but when I saw the price tag, I I was a little bit taken back. I was like, wow, it's 140. I thought it'd be a little bit cheaper, but when I started looking through all the stuff, I go, okay, it's the seamless body, and you get all this stuff and everything else. So,
It's a big figure, also. I mean, 12 inches from teeth to tail. I think is that they're
hmm
8 inches tall. I mean, it's a lot of material just building it. And the
yeah,
exoskeleton or the endoskeleton.
yeah, you're exactly right. So, I saw a lot of people, they were talking about the price point, and I saw some people mention the accuracy too. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not that much of a. I've never been that person to go, oh, the belt is 3 centimeters away from his crotch and it's supposed to be 4 centimeters. I don't get into all that shit. It's dumb. To
Yeah.
me, it's dumb, you know. But I mean, there's people that are very hardcore collectors or hardcore movie, fans that they'll point out some of this stuff. And I think one of the things I saw was about the eyes and how those eyes don't match what was shown with the figure. These are a little bit more skinny, but
But isn't this mostly promo shots and digital renders?
some of this looks like, yeah, but then some of it looks like it's maybe the figure. But just like we saw with Ghost Rider, that's one of the reasons why I mentioned that is these promo pictures come out, and I haven't seen too many figures that, especially if there's a delay wait, I haven't seen too many figures that look exactly like the prototype that they showed.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get this little guy too. But yeah, look at that. I can see a bunch of people. There's a couple guys that are in the SHF, community
Mhm.
and some of the other stuff, and I see them do some of their pictures. It looks really good. But yeah, I think that they'll make some enhancements to this, and it'll be a little bit different. But as far as seeing that stuff, I wouldn't take it. I take it with a grain of salt. Maybe we're working on stuff. You never know where they are in the process. So, oh, thank you, Don. I didn't price tag
Hmm.
those either. So, mm. Anything you want for it?
Hmm.
This
I
was
was
a
shocked.
little unexpected.
Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise. I like that they kept the same, I don't know, art style. Body style is what they released for the promo images for the 112
Mhm.
turtles. Like the same head style, same body. Like I really like that. So
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what else they come with. Usually they kind of pack these. So this was one of the reveals for today. It was the 5 points Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wonder if that'll be a dial. You think? Because they give dials. They love giving like those cardboard dials
yeah,
with 5 point stuff. So, but
that'd be.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that'd be an awesome dial, like a black and white dial like that, like an alley.
Hmm.
That would be, or a sewer. That'd be awesome if they did it black and white with the figures being colored in. I think that would just make for some great photography.
Yeah, I think they could probably do the same thing with this too. They could do a variant version and give you black and whites with those as well. So,
Yeah, or give you colored masks as well. The red, blue, yellow, or red, blue. Sorry, I'm gonna get roasted. Orange and purple.
mm, like excuse me, idiot.
Yeah, to be
It's okay.
fair, I have them
It's
all
okay.
right here. To be fair,
Oh, nice, nice. So since being a Turtles fan, is this a pickup for you or no?
I'm gonna have to see what else it comes with. I mean, I have the Mezco one, and then I bought that 5K first Leonardo
Hmm.
that came out. I think I showed you last week. Like that a lot. I'll see what they come with. I picked up a couple of the 5 point lines. Not a completionist for that, but sorry. I'm pretty close to saying yes already. Just seeing that promo image.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. I was really surprised and happy to see that they were doing it. I mean, it's 5 points, and let me go back. They've gotten better with this line. I remember when it was just something I can't tell, but so I've been collecting since the beginning. So it was Gomez. It's kind of like
Hmm.
Gomez and Space Ghost, and it was true 5 point stuff. And this is what I've talked about, or what we both were talking about, just with seamless body tech. Is like you get into a line, you start developing, you start learning, bodies and what tooling and stuff like that. What improvements you can make, and you can see it with these. Like the other 5 points that they used to have, it would just go up, down.
Yeah.
These, they're obviously showing you that there's range in the elbows because you didn't have that with the other ones. It was
Mm.
just swivel up, swivel. It was like
Yeah,
this.
straight arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the robot.
Hmm. The head would do rotate. It didn't do anything else. So if you look at some of this stuff that they got going on here, oh, that's a new feature. Look at that. I wish you could go. Oh my goodness, look at that. He's learning on the fly. But you can see. I mean, there might even be a little cut there. Obviously, you got way more rotation. You can kick out, up, down. I can't tell. If there was a way to zoom in, that would be awesome. Is that a cut on the shell? It would look weird, but yeah. But there look like there's cuts, like, you know, from
Yeah.
here. So this isn't, I know it says 5 points, but it's not your traditional kind of 3 3/4 5 points kind of stuff. They've this is evolving and looking pretty good. This actually gives me a little bit more hope for when they do put out that Scooby Doo stuff. Maybe there'll be some more advancements. So yeah, that's why I was excited about it. It's 5 points. That's a great point. Hold on a second. Where did it? Right there.
5 points plus now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
Yeah. Pretty smart how they translate from this. That really look great. Yeah, I have that. I haven't opened it yet. I still
You got the
want to,
5 points
but.
though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Hold on a second. Is it bad if I go off camera?
oh, please.
So yeah, haven't even opened it. I would do with that, but I'm throwing it down. That's disrespectful. So yeah, what does it say? Zoom in on the logo. Your wish is my command.
Logo.
Oh, he means good catch, sir.
Oh, wow.
Good catch, sir. Very nice. MVP award.
Yeah,
Level
give
the
that guy
game.
a tap in.
Yeah, you get. Let me write that down. Thank you, sir. Boom.
SW Soldiers Reviews. You are a hero, my friend.
Level the game. Congratulations, sir. You, sir. Get 2 entries.
It's me, Joey. It's Joey.
Oh yeah. Zoom in on the logo. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I'll put you. Oh, we'll put
it
both
was
of you.
it was Joey that said 5 points plus, and to zoom in on the logo.
Yeah, type his name. Put for 2. Put both of them in there. 2 per. 2 per. Good job, gentlemen. Thank you for showing that. Da, 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 da. Oh, do I have to make a whole new folder for that? 5 points plus. I wonder if they'll have like a 10 points plus one. Now I'm gonna gush about this really quick. If you know me, if you know me at all, I saw that. I was like, is that Diabolic's head? But anyway, I digress. You know me at all, dude. I have been begging for them to do this for a while. This whole kind of like, you know, like gangster old time radio classic characters that they have, like Dick Tracy, The Shadow, Green Hornet, Kato. I've been waiting for them to do this. And as soon as they announced the Dick Tracy thing, I was like, oh yes, this is the gateway. They can start doing this stuff. And so when they showed this today, man, uh, I had a grin from ear to ear, man. This is awesome.
And I wasn't active in our chat today. I was just busy at work, and I know you and CC were, but when that thing was released, I thought of you. I could just imagine you smiling from ear to ear when you saw that image today.
Yeah, man. So if you're not familiar with this character, most people aren't. Let me educate you. So my first experience with this was so we were my mom, she was a single parent, and so we didn't have a lot. And one day I think the cable went out, and so uh I listened to this AM radio show, and it was late at night. And this is the first time I ever heard old time radio classics. And so they had a show. It's called The Shadow. And this guy is just kind of like this vigilante. He's got that, that playboy kind of mentality, and it's almost like that Bruce Wayne, Moon Knight kind of thing to it. So that was my first experience, and it was just listening to the radio program, and you were seeing it in your head. Kind of like people get those things where they read books and stuff like that. You got to use your own imagination. It's the same thing. So my setup in my head was always different, but it still went back to this character. And it was really cool. And then of course they have the Alec Baldwin movie version. And then if you're into comics, you've seen him quite a bit. He has his own comic run. He's actually had a couple of them. Of course, probably zoom in too far, but dude, this character is badass. I if you're not into radio classics and stuff like that, I would just recommend reading the comic. Don't go back too far. Watch the Alec Baldwin movie. The comic, I would highly recommend the comics first. You can look at Dynamite. There's a bunch of other ones. He also has team ups. with Batman. And so when I saw this character, I go, yes, because we have a lot of Batman. I can't imagine, how many people are going to be shooting this. Like once they start learning about the character, it's a really good character. Too far. It's a really good character, but I would highly recommend comics first. Alec Baldwin movie, and then if you really want to get into it, go find like a streaming service, old time radio classics, and listen to the programs. They're kind of dated, but they're fun stories. I usually use them to paint to or do stuff. So, what about you?
I can't wait. I think it's gonna be great. I mean, I don't go back as far as the radio, listening to it on the radio, but I remember the movie pretty well. Um, and I've read a few of the comics, of course. I think it's just a great character that can be used in a lot of things. Like Paul said in the comments that a Doc Knock team up with him, like it'd be a great team up. Or there's so many. Atticus Doom would be another one. Or it's it'd be a great. It's going to be a great looking figure with a lot of possibilities for accessories.
Yeah, and
Great.
even looking at this character, just going back, and I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't care if they showed this next year and it was another reveal, but they showed more like they did Firefly. But even looking at this character, uh, dude, my mind just raced with this kind of stuff, man. I was looking at this. I go, you take, because essentially you have this character. You've seen pictures. You're gonna
Mhm.
have this character. He's gonna have guns, right? This scarf, you're gonna be able to take it off. But through some of these pictures, I know people are like, first thing people always go is, I don't know who this character is. This is whack. It's like, no, just because you don't know what the character is doesn't mean that the offering is whack. It means you need to go educate yourself and go look at some of this stuff. And even at that, just use your imagination for other things.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to like push you or promote you to buy it, but like when people are really dismissive right off the bat about something, it's I don't know, I don't get it. Because when I see this, you take away the scarf. If you don't know anything about it, you got a guy, a bad guy with a trench coat and machine guns and guns. That's
Yeah.
going to fit into the line with other characters. Like you said, with Doc Knock, you could put this in with Batman. I don't know, periodic piece where how you could get away with it possibly, but maybe Gotham by Gaslight. You got henchmen for Joker. I mean,
Somebody against the
Jesus.
Punisher, Deadpool, like.
Hmm. You got a guy in a suit. If you take this trench coat off and the cape off, stuff like that, you got a guy in a suit. It's not. So when I see stuff like this, I know a lot of people don't know who the character is. I get that, but uh, I look at characters in other ways.
Mhm.
How can you use it? When somebody says something about roaches and stuff like that, I go, I don't know too many companies that were offering, construction workers. I mean, you can throw another neck peg on there and change the head, and you got something else. I've seen
Mhm.
a lot of talented artists use some of those figures for other reasons, for other things, like the Dawn of the Dead. Those figures, they're earlier figures.
Mhm.
They lack a lot of articulation, uh, but I've seen people use them as bodies. It's expensive bodies, it's expensive prop piece, but you know what I mean. There's
Yeah.
things that you can do with these figures. So I always recommend go research the character, and then look at it, and if it's something you use, that's cool. But trying to be so dismissive because you don't know something about a character.
Right.
So
You go good with Dick Tracy too. I mean, like, there's.
you take Dick Tracy's overcoat off, design. I mean, what, what is it? Wardrobe wise, under that yellow trench coat
Mhm.
is a black suit.
Yeah.
And like I said, I get it. These are expensive figures. And somebody might say, well, I can get Marvel Legends black suit character for $20. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, but is it soft goods, or does it come with accessories and stuff like that? You got to pay in late 20s. No.
You
I
know,
was
you
not
know what I
born
used
in late
to do with this body, this
40s.
this suit,
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir.
See? And this is what I'm talking about. Like you just I don't know. Even if you don't like the character, there's so many other things that you can, use some of these characters for.
Yeah,
And if you don't want it, that's cool. It's more for me. I don't care.
exactly.
I
Just
just think it's
don't be saying give it to me at a good price once you see people in hand photos.
yeah. Another great suggestion. Look at that. Solomon Kane would be good with this too. Let's
Yeah,
see different styles. Yeah. You got a head, there's certain pieces in this, and I don't know how much they're gonna reuse of this figure, but there's let me go back. Because like I said, when I first saw this, I was thinking to myself, I go, is that Diabolic's head? The eyes are different. And then the hat, depending on what exactly it is, I was like, maybe that'll be a hat that you can use for Gordon or somebody else. But there's
yeah.
lots of good stuff about this thing. So
So many possibilities.
I love the character, so that's why it was easy for me. So I don't know. Ooh, I think we talked about that. Yeah. And then this was the last tease.
Hmm.
Edward Scissorhands. I can't wait to get this Edward Scissorhands.
That was funny. That was a funny comment. What else did he say? Morph.
Yeah, CC had a good one. Yeah, he said it'd be cool if it was like Morphin. It was just a tease for that.
That'd be awesome. People would explode.
Or I'd laugh if it was like Deadpool.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind getting, these bodies that they're using to have an updated Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
One of those bodies. I know it's the claws and stuff like that, but it'd be a nice swerve if it was Deadpool and he was just messing around.
Yeah, I see the Sentinel base back there.
Yeah, good product placement. Nice
Mm-hmm.
framing. So this was the other tease. Yeah. So that pretty much sums it up. We don't have to talk about this 23 ever again. We'll just talk about 24 next time. But so my award for best in show went to the Shadow. I know it's a little biased, but
No, it's a
that's
good
what
one.
I got. What was your favorite reveal?
Firefly. I know it's a re-reveal, but Firefly.
Mm-hmm. I thought it
Firefly
was gonna
was.
be
Go
Sadie.
ahead,
I thought you were gonna say Sadie.
Sadie. But that Easter bunny, that was it. That I don't even know who to.
Oh, Exorcist.
Yeah,
Exorcist.
yeah. What was everybody else's favorite? Oh, B. Rivera, Firefly. He agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Firefly.
Yeah, see, would you rather, because it was Living Dead doll day, would you rather them shown another Living Dead doll or showed Firefly?
Firefly. I mean, a biased opinion, of course. I mean,
Mm,
one living dead doll and 7 Mezcos. I'd have been happy. 7 112. So I'd have been.
yeah. And we already talked about the 3 league format. What would you like to see them try differently next year with this?
I'd
What do
like
you
a
think?
little live stream. I know it sounds silly or like you know, put somebody up there.
Ooh, a lot of pressure.
I know, right? Comments disabled, of course, because I don't want to see them catch playing. But maybe a video, like just showing some product images up there, talking about it, maybe talking about a direction. Like, hey, we're dabbling into the, Ninja Turtles. We plan on, obviously the 4 and then a couple villains and then we go from there or something. You know what I mean? Like just a little teaser, where they could like actually say something without saying too much. I think would be kind of cool.
Oh, kind of like an Emily and
Yeah, sort
anything.
of. Yeah. I mean,
Did
I
you
think that would
notice
make
that they
sense.
canceled that?
I did. It was that's when is it? Next week now or something? Is it? I can't remember when they said.
I don't know. You guys are
Changed
fucking
it.
it up. You guys are messing this up. Nobody's saying kiss ass. I'm just saying, just be a little considerate. I'm surprised they lasted this long. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and listen to some of the comments that they make about it. Going, God, why are we doing this? you
Mhm.
know. But that's why when you mentioned somebody doing it for them live, I just wonder how that would go. I think you would have to disable comments.
Or a pre-recorded, just throw it up on, I don't know, YouTube, wherever, just pre-recorded segment, and we're dropping it 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Be there.
Baby step.
Yeah.
No, that's a good idea.
March. I think March 3rd. Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of fun. I mean, and then if not, then let's go back to like the last, like previous years where it's just like 3 or 4 days over the week, and that's good.
Yeah. I would like to see somebody. I mean, as far as like,
Yeah, a face, so to speak. It doesn't have to be Mez. Obviously, it can be Kevin. Let me call Kevin. Let me see if he can get that message upstairs.
it would be hilarious if someone got in touch with whoever made that roach costume for Keo. If 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 they got in touch with him and made one of those, and then he just kind of did like this Dr. Wolfield thing where you didn't see the person, but they were in a Gomez outfit
Yeah.
just for fun. It would be
See.
hilarious. A video and maybe a showcase of the prototype. Yeah. So like just have somebody get on. I know it's easier said than done, but have somebody get on and be like, yeah, guess what? I've got 10 reveals for you guys. We'll be doing over the next 2 days. We'll do 5 today, 5 tomorrow. There's gonna be different lines, but we're gonna showcase these different ones, kind of like they do with Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need somebody going all crazy with articulation. I mean, I guess you could put Darius on TV. Well, I mean, he would be,
Yeah.
he'd be the guy. He poses and does stuff for him. I mean,
Right.
he could sit there and do all that stuff, and but that would be cool, man. Can you imagine that? Oh, but you would actually see it live and have some cameras and stuff like that. I guess you'd have to have a studio, you know.
All you need, one thing I've learned about video is you only need a couch in an office
Oh,
and a camera.
it's a casting couch.
I
This stop motion with the pink
didn't
skull
say
showing off.
it.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea too. Maybe that's a baby step too, where they would just, damn, that's a lot of work for the stop motion guy, but I
Oh
guess,
yeah,
yeah.
that would take.
Mm, yeah. I see this question a lot. You know what, man? I'd love to do it again. Not an interview, just maybe a hangout. I think he was more comfortable with that, but it would have to be something, a little bit different. I think it'd be different because it would be here. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want it to be the same questions. Like
Right.
when's this coming? When's this doing? And I can think of some very good questions. I have like 2 pages of them. Yeah, dude. Anytime something happens in the community or something like that, I write it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes if if there's ever a chance to talk to them about certain stuff, because you don't want to have like business conversations with people, like if you're just
Yeah.
talking to them as a friend, but it's like if there's times when it gets brought up, I'll try to like ask or something like that and then see if it's okay to be able to relay that information. But yeah, I got like I think like 2 or 3 pages of questions. And it's all
Isn't
community stuff.
isn't episode 100 live from Mez's factory?
We weren't supposed to say anything, but
Oh,
yes.
spoiler alert.
No, that would be cool, but
Yeah,
no, man, that's happening in like 3 episodes. I don't even know what they're
you got a
doing
lot
with
of
that.
pressure coming, buddy.
No pressure.
Yeah,
I never feel pressure.
it's gonna be a 24-hour live stream from the factory, and he's gonna.
Dude, that would be fun. Man, I told you about that pitch idea, didn't I? About
Yes,
that? Yeah, man, I'd love to do
that
that.
would be amazing.
I think it would help, man. I'm surprised that it doesn't happen with a lot of other companies. But yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, uh, I wanted to try to do something where either in segments or as a whole, go through the process of what it takes for one of these figures to actually be put into production. You know, from the design, the concept design, to them actually sending out samples, to getting factory samples. Even, I don't know if it would really work or not, but like even if you had like a quick tour of the factory and what you go through, and then some of the pitfalls, so people kind of understand the whole process, because it's easy to play Monday night quarterback and say, where's my stuff? If you
Mm-hmm.
actually saw it, like the documentary you mentioned in the beginning, excellent segue. But if you saw all that stuff, it gives you a better idea of the whole process. Man. I think people would go, oh yeah, you know.
Reminds me of that old show, How It's Made. You know, where they'd like. Did you ever watch those? Like, just everything really. Like, this is how we make Campbell soup cans. And it shows like the
Mhm.
factory production of everything, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Willy Wonka's secrets revealed kind of stuff. You know, you just interview a couple people. Hey, what's your day like? Oh, I work
Yeah.
18 hours a day making your figures for you.
Paige, go
Okay,
behind
well,
the scenes, go in his desk, see what he's got on the drawing board. Why didn't you do that?
no, I'd be the dumbass that would try to like pull the levers and stuff. He's like, "Would you like to try to do the assembly line?" Yeah, sure. It'd be like some
Like
misadventures and shit like that. Like, and
0 days
then
since less accidents.
and then later on down the road, you see some guy holding up his thing, go, "Yeah, Paige fucked this one up. That's the reason why this is like this. I blame Paige."
Yeah.
So
Paige
yeah.
killed Mezco.
Yeah, how 89 came to be. That, yeah, that was yeah, I absolutely love the behind the scenes of how 89 came to be and what was happening. I'm sure that there's some great stories there. Yeah, something like this. Maybe after this after this release comes out and people get in hand, make whatever judgments they want to make about it, and then you kind of have like one of those behind. I think that those things would be very interesting.
I think you get a lot of people would love to see that.
Well, then also after the dust is kind of settled and people have gotten all those judgments out, it's kind of like one of those, behind the scenes, those making of the band or something like that kind of thing, where you actually see or you hear some of the things that happen that cause the delays. It's kind
Yeah.
of bad because it's later on. It doesn't do you, because I'm pretty sure somebody was like, no, they should do that before so we all know everything's just happening. It's like, nah, it's a little late now, but that's
Yeah.
why I think those kind of like featurettes would be great, because you could see all that stuff. You could see some guy trying to work, and oh, the mold broke and now we're down 2 weeks because we got to wait and get this new mold. Whatever stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe that would cure some stuff. Maybe it wouldn't. But so that's it. It's over. See you next year. Interesting things on the internet. This is the first one. It's not the chick. Believe me, it's not the girl. Because if that was the case, I would just put the page picture that I showed you earlier in there. Charge your battery page. So yeah, I saw this and I thought it was interesting. Historical pictures. Because these boots that this girl is wearing cost $350. You know how many Mezco figures you can buy with that? This is a trend.
That's what
I thought.
CC went bowling in tonight. Just fun fact.
He did. And
New bowling
you get them.
shoes.
Hmm. Well, it's probably because of the treads at the bottom. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm pretty sure there's no slipping.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, I thought this was very interesting.
I yep. Not something I would buy. Oh,
And this was the next thing that I saw that was very interesting. Now, I will let you know because we are talking in God mode right now. See how it's all coming together? I am a virgin with this, and I don't know really a lot about this. I just know the premise and kind of a little bit of the story behind it. But I guess this is and if you have anything in the chat or you, MC, please make sure you let me know. So I guess this is a Kickstarter. This is was it D13
Yes.
toys? Yeah.
Yes.
And so this is the person who is doing this and who's in charge of this um, is offering this highly articulated 112 6-inch action figure based on characters in the Bible. And Kickstarter right now, I guess it's trying to fund 80K, and I think the last time I checked, it was at 35K. So it's almost halfway there.
Hmm.
And this is a passion project that I don't want to butcher his name. I know his first name's Chris, and is it Gawrich? Gawr? No, GawY. Gauge, YCH. So I apologize, but this is the person. He's done some work with, what was it, like Plunderings, right?
Underlings. Yep. Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
NECA. He's been around.
Mhm.
Might be the
So
Hasbro guy that got fired too. I don't know.
no, not him, right? Oh,
Remember that
no.
rant? Somebody.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I tried to stay away from that one. But and we've been talking about, I hate to do this, leaps of faith with pretty much, like, well, I mean, with just
Yeah,
certain
no,
things,
like
creators, videos and stuff like that. Dude, I saw this and I thought this was very interesting because in the time that we're living in right now, this may not resonate with a lot of people.
mhm.
So to branch out and do your own line and then do it based on biblical characters, that's a huge leap. Uh, and so, and then also to put yourself out there. Like I said, this is his passion project, and so to see somebody do this, it was a fly. I'm not going at it. But to see somebody do this and then also personally put his own, himself into his art and his passion project of this is that's something too. So, um, I thought this was very interesting. Do you have thoughts on it?
I yeah, I remember seeing it. I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Actually, quite a while ago. I have a friend that's been like updating his Instagram with like little reveals that they had leading up to
Mm-hmm.
the actual Kickstarter release date, and I it is a I don't it's I think it's a tough time for a new line. I think with all the lines out there. The Savage Crucibles has a Kickstarter going on right now. I don't know how do you say it. Like, I hope it does well. I mean, you want to see anybody succeed, really. You don't want to see somebody fail. Um, but I think
Yeah.
it's definitely it's a it's a tough subject. I mean, it especially in today's culture. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to be offended.
Not bad. Nobody's
Yeah,
bashing it.
I just it's a hard sell for some of these characters. I think. Well, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
characters. These actual historic. I mean, I don't want to. I personally like this one a lot.
Hmm.
The I think the paint apps on it are amazing. Um,
Yeah.
like how they have the patina.
Statue.
Yeah, the statue, and it's got like it looks like a bronze statue that's been patina or copper statue, whatever. I guess it'd be bronze, probably that era. But
Hmm.
it's yeah, they did a really good job with that figure. I like the soft goods on the figures. I it's there's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of things with those characters as well, besides just creating a religious scene. I think like if you look at it, I'm trying to look at it from that aspect. Some of
Hmm.
them be great background characters, but how do you put Jesus in the background and not offend somebody? Like,
Yeah, that's where I
that's
was wondering how far you get, because I mean I could see like there's some inclusiveness too as well.
no, and I think that's great. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like to me, like when I was reading the bio and the Kickstarter description for this stuff, like I said, that's what caught my eye. I,
mhm.
I I think it's very bold and it's very telling that someone has not only uh, the amount of love and passion for whatever they're doing, but then also, something that interests them and says, hey, I want to put myself out there. I'm gonna put this on the line, and this is something I want to do. I was reading something in the Kickstarter uh, about how, this as far as like religious, educational kind of
Mhm.
tools too, and so, like I said before, I look at things like differently. So when I saw this, I said, "Wow, that's pretty bold." I just wondered if people would be open to it or not. It seems like people are, and you always want to see like the underdog kind of succeed. He has a lot of experience. I'm not calling him an underdog. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like
But this
someone to
is
put the.
uncharted territory. I mean, I can't think of a serious religious action figure that's come out before. I mean, like,
It's a huge leap.
yes, it's
And that's not a bad thing. I
no.
just, there's like a lot of times there's people that do Kickstarters, eh, and some of them are very good ideas, and some of them they just can't get off the ground.
Hmm.
And so that's what I'm interested about this. I want to see how many people actually back this because amongst creators and influencers in the community, this seems to be a very I don't want to say heavily pushed, but I would say it's getting a lot more. I mean, what
Traction.
yeah. I'm not saying this channel is huge or anything like. I'm just saying that we're talking about it,
Yeah,
so it's obvious that it's resonating in some form or fashion. So
yeah. It's. I mean, he's obviously not just going for like a niche religious market. He's not targeting the 700 club for this. There's. You've seen. We're in obvious other groups besides Mezco. Spoiler alert. And
hmm
there's other groups out there that are talking about it a lot. That I think it's and I see where they would how they're pushing it in some aspects, like, oh, this will go great with this line for X, Y, and Z reasons, or
hmm
whatever. But it's great. Like I hope it's just you know,
yeah.
it's very it's came out during obviously it's Lent season now.
Oh, I didn't make that connection at all.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, looked at the chat.
Yeah, I didn't want to put CC stuff. That's his punishment for not coming on. But yeah, I do. I always wish anybody that has a lot of passion and believe
Mhm.
into what they want to do. Uh, I always wish them luck. And this is a big leap, and I hope it pays off for them
You
in whatever way.
you saw the stretch goals, I think, right? I think I saw you guys were talking about that earlier. Like I skimmed through our chat earlier, and there's some historically historical artifacts there. And I thought of Indiana Jones when I saw, like, how can I use that? Like for Hasbro's. And,
Yeah, the I think it was the Ark of the Covenant wasn't part of it, and then there was something else. And like I said, I'm shooting off the hip on this one. I only looked at some of this stuff, so uh, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just I don't know a lot about it, but I did look it up for a couple of minutes, and I just thought it was an interesting story. I mean,
yeah, I
but sorry.
I was just it's I just it shouldn't be like a hot, so you know what I mean, like it's just this signs of the times that we're in right now, obviously. So
Yeah, I feel bad. Like a lot of people, it doesn't seem like people are comfortable talking about it. Not in the bad sense, but you don't want to say anything that maybe is misinterpreted by other people.
yeah,
And I just took it like I said for face value. I looked at this and I go, wow, this is someone that's saying, you know what, I want to do this. I want to make it happen. And that
yeah,
that was the headline for me for this because that was very interesting. Because a lot of times you don't see that with these lines. There's not a connection sometimes with people with whatever the product is. There may be a connection to say I want to make some money off of this. But from what I got from reading the Kickstarter bio and I only spent 10, 15 minutes on it, this is someone that seems like they're very committed to it
Yeah.
and they really want it to succeed, not just from a financial standpoint, but as like a personal goal. So
Yeah, there's great sculpts on these figures that they've shown, and the demons are very accurate to the source material.
Yeah, I wish that I don't know if I can back in this, or I don't know if we're beating this down too much. I don't want to do that either. I just thought it was interesting. I won't go into it too much, but yeah. Anything else? Is there really controversy on these?
There is with any.
No, yeah. I think maybe some people might highlight this as, you know, religion and you know how some people are comfortable with those kinds of conversations and some people aren't. What is it? Politics, religion, and government. You never have conversations with other people about.
Taboo.
Yeah, I think that that's it. I think a lot of people are they saw this and it's something that kind of blasts out, you know, to some people because you immediately throw a divide when, like you said, you could be looking at it as from different lenses. Oh, it's a statue that might work for something else, and nobody's telling you gotta buy Black Jesus. Goodness gracious!
You said Korean Jesus earlier.
So yeah, I was like, I'm not buying it until they got Korean Jesus from 21 Jump Street. Remember, he's like, quit bothering Korean Jesus. He's like, he got bigger things to worry about.
I like the accuracy to the art that a lot of this is inspired from. Honestly, like I like art. Like I like paintings, and like.
You know what? Keep talking. I'll try to find this. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm trying to.
No, keep rambling. I'm gonna.
I don't want to. But like Sistine Chapel, like the Renaissance. I really like art from that period. I hate to be cliche and say Da Vinci, but it's great how he took that image and made it into a 3-dimensional figure based on
showcase that.
I mean, it's amazing art in that period, and I know most of it's based around religion and stuff, but not everybody's cup of tea. But it's
keep going.
All right.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I know, right. I saw they hit the water for Jesus. For the base platform and sand for John the Baptist, I believe. And
really?
Yeah, you didn't see the water for Jesus?
I don't know what that was. I see the stretch goals. I'm almost there. Keep going.
So that was a little interesting, walking on water, of course. Then they had the Holy Ghost figure, Jesus, with the glowing, the blue translucent Jesus. So, yeah, 3 versions of Jesus from Wave 1.
You remember I said that they were at 35?
Yes.
They are at 39 now. So they're close to they're halfway.
We're about to get some money soon.
With the creative made one just like those are the last. Okay. I was looking at some of this other stuff real quick. Like there's no shortage of source material. You know what? That's that's Corey Christopher. We can't put him up. Yeah, we miss you. All right, let's really quick.
He's throwing strikes. That's why he's on here so much. He's doing it one throw and coming back to the comments.
Mm-hmm. He's like, he's got to. He's like, I gotta go make some comments. So let me make sure I throw strikes. Not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, that's it. All right, really quick.
You're gonna cross 40 tonight, probably. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this will give you the whole story right here. So we were talking about him, Chris, 15-year veteran in the toy industry. We'll look at get some pictures of it. So there's the one we showed, and then you have Jesus Christ, the Divine Mercy. And they give you little read ups on it. There's the water you were talking about. The
Yeah.
flame. Oh, and the loaves of bread and fish. I remember that. The feeding. We saw the John Baptist. I only grabbed a couple. So these are, I grabbed that one, and this is the other one. So this is what is
That's
this
the
the
angel. Yeah, Saint. Is it Saint Michael?
angel builder? So
Oh, just
this
Saint
is
Builder. Okay. Oh, that's the next wave that I think is like Saint Michael. Like, there's a demon.
Pig face. This is based off of that painting right there.
I think it's the Sistine Chaplets. Right? Am I right?
That's correct. Yeah, the Florence Cathedral.
The Florence Cathedral. Okay.
And Santa Maria del Fro. And then, so that's the wave. That's book. Oh, not wave one, book one. So it's translucent blue. This is so here's the tier system. Unlock 85. So these are the 90s.
Gold.
Is that Moses? That is Moses, isn't it?
Yes.
So they got these like, look at that, guys.
Bug-eyed demon.
Light skinned.
Sacred Heart.
Jesus. Oh yeah, I've seen that picture.
Yeah, Sacred Heart Jesus. This I think this is the Saint Michael. Yeah, the Archangel Saint Michael.
And then okay. Well, so yeah, it looks like
there's
Moses.
Page with the 15 Mezco commandments coming down.
10 commandments. I'll never forget that from History of the World. I can't we're not bringing these 15. And he drops it.
Yeah.
These 10. The golden calf.
I
remember that, dude. I used to watch this, the 10 Commandments, and then also Ben-Hur. Not as much, but I watched the 10 Commandments. I used to watch it all the time, man. With the Pharaoh, you remember that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, and then there's more.
160
years.
That's probably a Roman soldier there on the left, the far left.
Yeah, it's dicey.
I know, right?
Yeah.
With the Spear of Destiny.
But I guess if you're, so if you're
there's Roman soldiers.
Historical,
Great army building.
Yeah, that might be something too. So I get it. I have no idea. See, and this is what I mean. Like a lot of times, because it's divisive, you don't know which way it's really going to go, and that's not the point of the conversation. But like for me, I looked at it more from a standpoint of somebody was taking a big chance, and it's admirable to me, especially if it's covering kind of source material like this. You know, I was growing up on this. I went to a Christian school when I was a kid, and so it's a very interesting. I want to see where it goes. So anyway, I try not to get too heavy with this, but sometimes,
it's just some conversations have to be had off camera.
I don't care about that. Like this, I thought it was an interesting story. I really did.
Yeah. No,
I thought it was more interesting than the chick with the red boots.
What about the twins that you sent me earlier?
Yeah, that's kind of stuff you got to keep off of camera.
Yeah.
Paige, Paige. You just can't take the name Paige and look like that. So that's it. That's all I had. You had anything? Do you want me to pull up anything? Indiana Jones, any of that stuff?
What was it, yesterday? Was it today? I don't even remember when it was now. This last week has been rough at work. Did we get 2 reveals?
You got the guy that was the guy that was in the Crusades. And
was it Indy from Raiders, I think, right? Like in the throne in the at the end of Ark or Raiders.
Mm-hmm. And then right? There was another.
I'm trying to remember now. Short round. Yeah. the little mini short round.
Just a heads up, it's still $29, and you get the NFT.
Really?
Uh, I was just looking at that. Yep. I was just looking. Indiana. You would think that that would come up really quick. All right, there we go. Let me just go through this really quick. So this man, dude, this is kind of drawing me in, to be honest with you. Oh, they're not going to show the reveals, are they? No, they didn't. Oh well.
Of what?
Indiana Jones is sold out. Oh God, I gotta find this now.
Amazon.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, they had the reveals. I can't find it right now. Who would
Uh,
have that?
or do you want me to send them to you real quick? Because I can pull them up on.
Yeah, I don't know how I would put them on here though. I just like send them through the messenger, I guess. I don't know. Indiana Jones.
What was it? There's that new TMNT line that got revealed too. For I sent you that.
Would what's his name have it? The Paternia guy?
Yeah, he has it on Twitter.
He doesn't have it on his other thing.
He might have it on Instagram. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Map Room Indy and Kazim from
Yeah.
Raiders.
Spell his name again. P
K-O-P-R-E
P R E.
T-E-R.
That's it. P R T E R.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I like that guy or girl or whoever runs it.
He's in the know. He's got connections.
All right, I got it. I'm just gonna share this real quick. We'll end with this. You see how everything's woven in, like we went from
Mm-hmm.
biblical and then we went to this. See how that goes? It's not by accident. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
Throne Room Indie.
I
Damn,
think they said
dude.
that's a fan channel exclusive, and there won't be a pre-order for it. Like it'll just be available. Like it. Here he is. Get him now.
Yeah,
He looks good.
man.
And then
Yeah, he
because
does. The music, the soundtrack's playing in my head right now.
I think I have to watch that tonight.
Yeah, I watched it the other night.
I can always throw on an Indiana Jones movie, except for that fourth one.
Oh yeah, I tried to throw that on the other night. I
It's
couldn't
not.
do it.
It's not canon.
Yeah, the only thing that keeps me going through there is the I think was it the Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that keeps me pushing through there because she's such a great actress. Yeah, so throw in one indie. Nice going deep with.
And
I
then,
really like it.
then they had the little retro line, and they teased Short Round. I thought that was really cool and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That means we'll get one. Hold on to your potatoes.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. It's horrible short round, I was so happy to see that guy win. He's been doing stuff for so long. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
MegaCon coming fast.
Man, you saw they have Charlie Cox.
Sawyer and I got to come to carry all your boxes for you again.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I wonder if he'll sign one for get an extra ticket. They got man. I got a stack of shit. I want to have John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Bernthal there. Charlie Cox. Sam Raimi.
Mm.
Who is the other one?
Frank Miller's gonna be back again.
Frank Miller will be there. So
There's
that's
so
gonna
many
be.
people.
Yeah, I'm hoping Clinton
This is
Gray
like
there.
that con gets. I might have to spend the night this time, the night before, because that traffic was so bad. When Sawyer and I were stuck in traffic an hour when we could literally have gotten out and walked in 10 minutes.
You got to take the back way. I'll show you if you
Yeah.
come down. I'll show you. There's a much easier way.
Wow.
And then I'll be there, working. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You so
So
many times for us, which was nice.
yeah. But I'll be there working. But I already kind of told them, hey, yeah.
And
The real question is, do you watch indie in the theatrical order or the chronological? Because the second movie actually takes place before the first one for some weird reason. I never noticed that.
hmm,
Is oh, I didn't
I've
know
never
that.
I've never sat down and watched like I don't know. I just throw them in and watch them randomly. Like I'm in a uh, Last Crusade mood, or Raiders mood. I never marathon them, and I don't think I probably have since I was a little kid. Honestly, what
I
about you?
skipped two. I skipped two.
You
Like
don't like Temple of Doom?
uh, yeah. Sometimes I just it's usually one, three, two, four.
1, 3, 2, 4. I
Yeah,
don't.
if I'm marathoning it.
I don't watch 4 ever. Like I watched it twice, and I'm good. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah. I enjoy them. They're really good. And then this new one, it looks cool, but you know how like it's like sports, your favorite sports person, like whoever it is, like Michael Jordan or
Yeah, it's time
he
to hang
looks,
it up.
yeah, he looks older, and I'm wondering how much is gonna come off genuine,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so
Too much.
I just don't want it to like hurt, the legacy.
Yeah, just too much CGI is not good.
Yeah. I thought that they used it pretty well in that Flash trailer. Like it was a nice transition between him and then him doing stuff. It
Yeah,
didn't look like it was too hokey. And so, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, closing up. Got anything? Yeah, carried it for 2 hours. Don't
yeah,
need CC. Just kidding.
yeah. Oh, come on.
You're missed, buddy. You're missed.
Yeah, he's what I say. He's the funnier, better looking one of the Corys. So
Don't say that. Nah. Let's see here. I was going through the chat. I didn't see anything, so it looks like we're good to close up.
thank you.
Ah, all right. No, thank you. Thank you for coming on. The streak continues. I think this next one I'm gonna have. I think I was talking to Agent Gomez. I think he's gonna come on because it'll be
Yeah,
a slow down period. We don't have something major like this, so I think he's gonna be on next time. And then I want to keep it going. I'm hoping that they'll just have releases and stuff. We got to do play party. That's one.
yes,
We got to do a play party and get all of us on the same page with like a figure where we all open up and do stuff. And then I had a couple of other little ideas.
we should be getting stuff in the mail again soon. I mean, I would think
Yeah,
there's gonna be more stuff rolling through for us soon.
I
They
think this week we're tomorrow. Tomorrow is technically the 6th week. So
for a certain serpent.
yeah, for Cobra Commander. Just
Oh,
kidding.
you talked to Kevin.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm
it's
I'm
just
really excited for that. I gotta find a. Here I am rambling on now. I want to do a 3D print of like some spit or venom to come out. Like I'll print translucent resin to do
yeah,
like I hate to say it, but like Reptile from Mortal Kombat, how he has those spit effects, those venom effects. That'd be kind of cool to have for uh,
yeah,
Death Adder. I'll see what I can find. I got
yeah. That would be cool, man.
translucent green resin, and then that could lead to blood effects. I could start printing some of those. Get some red,
Yeah.
some splatter. Hey, there we go. Mezco Dexter. That's what we need.
Oh, that'd be. You see that already? I don't even see it yet.
What's that?
Wow, mine's late. I haven't. I can't even see that comment yet.
Real question. Which comment?
You said Mezco Dexter.
Oh no, I came up with that on the spot when I said splatter
Oh,
effects. If I do
oh,
blood
gosh.
splatter effects, then you can do Dexter. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. Oh, did you see? Since you said that, they announced they're doing Mortal Kombat 12. Did you see that?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're beating that franchise into the ground.
Yeah, I was wondering how we're doing, but
I didn't.
yeah. Oh, I keep saying that. I hate saying that. Well, this is a great show. Thank you very much. And then now we can transition on from this and everything. No, I don't see anything else. Oh, thank you, Roger. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you everybody that joined. Thank you for popping in, popping out, staying, watching. If you're watching later on, the next couple of episodes we will go in a little bit of a different direction because we won't have all of this stuff talking about. We'll do a little bit more community stuff, and then also we got some ideas like we'll do that. Uh, what did I call it? The playtime thing?
Play party.
Yeah, play party. Where we just kind of mess around with figures and stuff like that, and get get like a three-headed opinion about stuff. I think those will be good. And that's about all I see. So, yep. Hopefully, May. This should be God's always in your favor. Yes. Yeah. Oh, man. I tell you what. I'm wondering. We have a couple of things on deck, so we'll see how it goes. I will say, I felt, man, one thing with Toys Fair, I haven't talked to her yet, but I felt bad for Benny's. I thought that they were going to announce or they were going to show that thing. I didn't sit there and read into a lot of stuff thinking, oh, there's these colors doing this. I saw some people in the group talking about that, like the orange was tan. I was like, man, get out of here. That's not that crap.
Yeah,
But,
that's
yeah, there was some theories going around about that. But I did think that they were going to, well, I wouldn't say I did think. I was hoping that they would for her, man, because I know she's been waiting for that figure.
yeah. I was disappointed by that.
Yeah, but, it's coming. I'm pretty sure they have a reason why. For me, it was more of kind of wanting to see something. Like you see, like the Shadow or Dick Tracy. You know how there's certain people
Yeah.
in the community. You're like, man, I really hope they, they punch that out for that person. And so working on this seamless female. Yeah, man, you never know. I think that's a tooling thing, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
No, I mean, because it's a female, and I'm pretty sure that they're trying to. I mean, this will be, it's a female, it's a woman, woman of
It's
color, and I'm pretty sure they want to try to do justice with that.
Yes.
So,
plus the female body. That'll be. Oh shoot, Siri. Siri came on. Sorry. The female body. I mean, that's going to be the kind of the body going forward. I mean, for like probably Invisible Woman, Spider Gwen.
yeah, they'll have that. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's always, what is it? It's coming up. It's
uh,
February, March,
Chicago
April.
Comic-Con should be coming sooner, right? Isn't that around the
Yeah.
corner? I know they don't do much. I don't think they do anything for that. When's New York? Isn't that coming up soon too?
Oh, that's
Or,
later on. I thought that's the fall, right? Did they?
oh,
But they changed some dates around too. I saw something the other day, like, God, what was it? I thought they had Toys Fair was supposed to be in October. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. So, and usually it's in February, like in New York.
mm-hmm.
So, that's not going to show you page, but dragging this out. I told Ann, I was like, yeah, it's just one person talking tonight, so it should only be like an hour. Little did she know. There it is. September. September 30th through October the 3rd
Is Toys Fair?
is Toy Fair.
Yeah. So we have San
Yeah.
Diego Comic-Con before that because that's in July.
Mm-hmm. SDCC, and then New York Comic Con, NYCC.
Why do I feel like that just happened though?
Well, yeah, it's usually later on in the New York Comic Con's October 12th through the 15th. Wow, that's really close. So you have Toy Fair, and then you have,
Comic-Con, yeah.
wow, that's like back to back.
maybe they'll do another one of their own like Rumble cons, or you know what I mean, like before then again.
Yeah, I can see them not doing one of those like in-person ones. I don't even know if they're gonna. San Diego's July 19th, 2023 to July
That's expensive.
23rd.
It's a lot of money for them to do that, I would assume.
Oh yeah. For
Shipping the
dude for
product.
MegaCon, were you there? Yeah, because not a lot of people I don't think probably realize. I know they have that thing in Washington, but that's still so you wherever depending you're getting whatever the product is,
Mm-hmm.
like say exclusives, you be shipping them from New York to wherever to California so you can get those, so you have some in hand. That's a lot of shipping. And then MegaCon, not saying too much about it. So I think I did like some kind of breakdown about a booth at MegaCon. And MegaCon, it's not that big.
No, compared to San Diego or New York, but
Yeah.
that thing is growing
So,
though. Like,
oh yeah, NECA's there. You see that they had a bunch of
yeah,
toy things there.
that's
Uh,
pretty cool.
but um, but a booth, a big size booth like the ones that you saw
Mm-hmm.
that we were at.
Like you were working out of.
Yeah, that one's
That's,
a bigger booth. I think ranges between. I think it's like what was it, 6 to 10,000.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's for the area, the surface
Yeah,
area, and that booth
yeah,
that we were at, that was pretty big. And then I know in New York, so you have your stuff, you have to pay people to set it up, tear it down, and then those banners.
mm-hmm.
You saw the banners, the one that I was at.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so those banners, depending on which one you're at, some of those banners cost between $2,000 and $5,000 a piece.
Wow.
Or even the ones that you hang. So you got to get guys to get up there and hang those for you and stuff like that
Yeah,
because you just can't do it yourself.
and you're
It's
paying for
expensive, bro.
it's all advertised. Like you're paying that place to advertise for your business.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
uh,
a
yeah,
lot of money. I can only imagine what it is at like San Diego or New York, where things are astronomically more than MegaCon.
yeah. And you've seen those booths. Like I know, like they catch a lot of flack. Like last year, they were like, "Oh, they showed some new stuff," but that booth was huge.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
And so something like that with those kind of dimensions and then all the product, I mean, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and last Designer Con's December 15th through the 17th. So,
Man.
is there a spring toy fair? Not that I mean, Mezco seems like they've been doing the online side. Personally, I like them doing the online stuff better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's better chance. Man, I remember before you used to have to pay somebody to stand in line for you to be able to, you had to have a hookup to get it to get the con exclusives. So I'm
Yeah.
glad they do it this way now.
I feel like there should be there. There is some kind of spring release. Something was. What was it that we got? Wasn't it like the Krig we got? The
Well, they have oh God, what is it? It's they have so many now. They changed the name of the one. So they used
yeah.
to have that fall con, the
Mm-hmm.
Mezco con,
The
and
summer
then they
con.
had one. They had a summer one, and then they had a fall one. But they changed that last year and got rid of the fall one. I think it was a Rumble con. They usually have something, but in because you also got to think they do so traditionally at Toys Fair. That's the first part. You move on, you got SDCC, but they don't have that for them anymore. They go into SDCC, but before they used to have the when COVID was there, they had the summer one and they had the fall one,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had
So they had
Designer
the
Con.
Bodega box, I think, right? Wasn't that from SummerCon or?
I'm trying to remember.
It's all.
They change them. Yeah, it's been
Mhm.
changing so much, and so I remember they had that FumbleCon last year, and then I'm trying to think. There was something else too. I have it on the thing. That's part of the reason why I keep all of that stuff in those folders.
So you can see it's a lot to.
It
There
it
was
is to
Con,
remember.
Mezco.
Hmm. You know,
I'm just looking at
you
their
know
Instagram.
those. Yeah, you know those. You know those. You know those pre-orders, or they put it up in stuff waitlist and stuff like that. When you
Mm-hmm.
go back, that stuff's not there anymore. I had a guy ask me one time. He's like, "Why do you save all that stuff?" I was like, tell me about the Spec Ops Punisher. Yeah, I'll go to the website right now. I was like, yeah, you do that.
Yeah, good luck.
It's like it's not there. Any of that stuff. They. I guess it's a small server. They gotta free it up.
Purge it or
Yeah. So all
free
that
up
stuff
space
is
on that
gone.
iPhone.
No, nah. But they don't. They don't have any of that stuff. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's like, it's not here. Something. Oh, I think Mick was mentioning that the other day. He was looking up. He was looking up some figure that just came out this last year, and he said he couldn't even find it. So that's the reason why. That was one of the reasons why I made that little database, because once it's gone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to like scour the internet, and there's other websites that have like some of the promotional pictures and stuff like that. But I try to like
Yeah, but it
grab all
doesn't say
that.
when it was released. I mean, I like not plugging you, but I like to know. Hey, when did I buy Spider-Man 2099? Like just go back to think how to look at how much figures evolved. I was, changing the bodies.
Whoa, there's that, but then like I was saying with that '89 Batman, that was
Yeah.
another reason why I used to do it too, because I was like, I don't like looking through the orders, each one of them. I'm like, this will help me just narrow down the dates. But there's other good stuff in there too. You don't. It has the. You can see how many times something got pushed back. I told one guy one time. He was like, a lot of it's just useless information. I'm like, you don't know how to
Useless.
clearly define information, do you?
Yeah.
And
Useless too, but I find it relevant and helpful.
well, it's cool because let's say there's a figure that comes out, and you know it's going to be a certain price range, right? And you can
Mm-hmm.
go back and look at some of the same one that were in those price ranges, and you can look at the estimated release date, kind of see if it's a license or if it's IP, so you
Mm-hmm.
can kind of gauge how long it's going to take. But then also, if it's a certain price range, you can look at the ERD and go, okay, I'm going to have this much money if it was this much. And so that preps you for that. And so it's
Yeah.
not just dumb shit that's just put on there. There's a reason for all of that stuff, and it helps you kind of like gauge stuff a little bit better as a collector. So why does Mezco leave? Why is it no longer on the website like Crimson Planet? See, exactly. Like those guys, those are. It's I don't know. I don't know the official reason why they don't do it, but that's one of the reasons why I grab that stuff, is because they do take that stuff off, and so you'll have to go to some of the other websites and look up promo images, or go Google, and you don't have to do that. You can just go there, and it has pictures, it has all the information, and you can just do that. Man, if I ever get a chance, I'll put it on like a website and have all of that stuff on there. It'll probably be easier because it's starting to get a little bit harder to scroll through some of that stuff now.
A lot of information out there. A lot of figures. What are they at? Like 110 figures now or something like that?
Oh no, it's like 215, 216 or something.
Man.
Yeah, I'd have to look at. I think it was like the last time I counted, it's like 216 or 26, something like that. But that includes other stuff like I think that's my count. Some of that stuff you don't count
Mm.
because there were Toy Fair exclusives. You don't count those. Like I don't think regular collectors will count that in there. But
Yeah.
but yeah, all right. Well, that's it. How many 89 Batman do you think they made? Thousands or 10? I don't know, man. That's going to be a good question. I
I think
know
they made
that
a
they
lot.
had to. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people ordered 5, 6 of them at a time, and
I didn't order 6.
crickets.
No, I ordered 4. One was for somebody though. I think there's 1 or 2 that were for people. They said that they couldn't buy it at the time, and they asked me if I would do it, and I was like, yeah. So
I have a friend that ordered, another friend. He ordered 4.
yeah.
BBTS, all those people. And there's going to be a lot. I don't know about tens of thousands, but that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. I think their Batmans, they usually range between 8 and 10. That's what I've seen from the last, like if you go through their previous ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they usually average 8 to 10.
Not enough because there's going to be people looking for them still.
Depends on how good it is. I mean, well, how good it is. So we'll see. I'm secretly hoping that it's just they did something innovative and
Yeah,
it's a really good figure that way.
I never want to see him fail. So I mean, even though I have one coming, but I never want to see him fail because it just, who wants to see that? I mean, what kind of sadist wants to see somebody fail?
There are people out there, but
I know
they're doing good so far. I'm interested in seeing who. I mean, we're real early, but I'll be really interested in seeing what the figure of the year will be. With the community this year. That Atticus thing surprised me a lot.
there's some really good figures that came out already this year.
Okay, buddy, hold on. I
Yeah.
check them out. Never. It's interesting. Okay, and then I never mentioned how many make it happen. Yeah, I hate it. Cheap plug. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Let me
I'm
ask
here
you.
anyway. Hold on, Oscar. Calm down, bud. You're not gonna blow a gasket. Is that it? Yeah. Boom. Is it not showing up? Yeah. So there you go. Look. So you go through here. Yeah. So before, when they were counting this kind of stuff, I don't think that'll have it. No, not that one. Another Batman. Batman. So yeah. So that EPN, that's the estimated production number. So that's like 8,500, and that was the Supreme. I'm pretty sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was Supreme. So usually, like I was saying, that stuff adds. And somebody was asking about Crimson. Well, there you go. Boom. Look at that. How much it cost, when it went up for pre-order, what the limit was, when it waitlisted. Oh my God. That's so much information, Cage.
Mm-hmm. That's a great figure.
Oh yeah, man. This is another great figure too. Some of these they don't have it. They kind of got they kind of got to the point.
This one or the original Hazard Squad? Which one did you like more?
Which one?
The Gold Commander or Hazard Squad?
Oh, I liked the gold. I really liked the gold.
Did you? With the anime?
Yeah, I really like the gold. I think that was a little excessive thing, but yeah, these have it. So you'll have all that stuff in there. You can go to all the little images and all the stuff that's on
there. That's one I remember selling out real quick.
Oh yeah, you want to know when it's?
I want to know how fast.
Right there, 8 minutes.
The good old days.
No, those are. I'm glad that they're over with that shit.
It's stressful. Like, God damn it froze.
Yeah. So yeah, ever want to know anything? Boom, it's all there. Oh, interesting. You really dig into those labels. Yeah, I do, man. I'm telling you. I collect all that data and put it on there. It helps, man, to be able to know all of that stuff. You can see all the time. They got delayed pricing, wait list, where it shipped from, all that stuff. I got a little bit better as I went along. So yeah. I can see it now. People screen cap and shit. Fucking thieves. You know what's funny? I can still see it when they do that. That's the funniest part about all. Why do you think it's all there? I see you. Anyway. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. All right.
Yeah.
Let me check this out. Thank you guys very much for showing up. Thank you, man, for coming on and talking toys and sharing all your insight and everything. Oh, no, she's got to go outside. So, yeah. Any last thing? You got last word? Anything?
Be better.
Yeah, we gotta be better. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I closed it out, right? Yeah, good. All right, good. All right. Again, appreciate everyone showing. Thank you very much, MC, for coming on. CC, we missed you. Hope everybody has a good week. Hopefully, we get some shipping notifications for some characters that we're all looking for. And you guys take care. Have a good day or night. Remember, they're just toys. Just have fun.